What's up, everybody? I told you I had a special treat, especially for those who tuned in right away. I don't know if anyone has yet, but we're just going to go ahead and hit it. Are you guys ready? I'm excited. Let's hit it. You've doubtless heard of heroes bold, the myths and legends told of old, of folks with powers far beyond compare. But have you heard of Cirrus Jones, who controls the rain and strong cyclones, the wind and hail? Well, her tale I'll share. Cyclone, cyclone, not yet. Cyclone. Okay, they're doing another verse. That's kind of odd. See, this is how one of the things that we're gonna work on, right? We're gonna make these things work. We're gonna put these things together and what's the word I'm looking for? Arrange. That's it. Here we go. Cyclone, cyclone, cyclone Jones. The power of the weather's in her hands. Cyclone, cyclone, nice cyclone, cyclone, cyclone Jones. The powers. Hear her tale now. Listen if you can. Yeah. But yeah, just a quick sample. Check that out. I wrote that today, kind of, and I wrote a reprise to go at the end. My wife has been on me about having fun with my work. And, a lot of you know, some of you don't, that YouTube, they have made things nearly impossible to monetize now unless you've got like a million people following you. But even then, monetization was never really that great to. Well, it was good for a little while for me, and then it kind of drifted off. Here's the thing. I'm, in many ways, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of at the end of my rope. I want to do things my way and have fun. And I have like a million songs that have inspired my stories. And while some, artists might frown on the idea, whatever, I'm not worried about it anymore. I'm going to do this and I'm going to have a Patreon and people can support me if they want. I'm also going to use a company called Noise Trade. We're going to go into that. I'm going to show you how to do that. Also, I'm just done. So what am I done? Well, you know what I'm done with. What am I going to be doing now? Well, you heard some of it just now. The idea is to take songs that fit with these poems that I've read, and rewrite them accordingly and arrange them accordingly, of course. But the idea is that we take those and essentially, and I would use this phrase if it wasn't trademarked, but essentially create storyoke. I'm doing karaoke remakes, lyrics wise, into full stories, giving full credit to the original artists for their wonderful songs, most of the time wonderful. Some of them I'm not a huge fan of because they're villainous. It just depends. There's some Skrillex in the first one, okay, but it fits with the villain that I have in there. So, with that said, tonight we're beginning something pretty new. The stories are going to be mostly the same. We are going to be making some new stories as well. Of course, I got to keep writing, right? But right now we're busy adapting. I've actually adapted several bits. So the first one I'm going to be adapting is my first story that I wrote for Rhyme and Space. My first epic poem, so to speak, and it's Cyclone Jones. Possibly going to be changing the name to The Ballad of Cyclone Jones. What you just heard was The Ballad of Cyclone Jones by, or to the tune of Jolene by Dolly Parton. We're going to be doing The Prophecy to the tune of Hurt by Johnny Cash, which is a cover of a Nine Inch Nails song. Home is Where the Heart Remains, going to be doing that. I did this a while ago on my hip hop album. It just fits so perfectly, this particular song, that I thought I'd go ahead and keep it. It's going to be to a Country Roads by John Denver rap beat by a guy named Mickey Montz. Progress is Knocking will be Purple Lamborghini by Skrillex and Rick Ross. Small Town Romance is Bless the Broken Road by Rascal Flatts. Electric Shock is The Sound of Silence by Disturbed, specifically the Disturbed version, although I love Simon and Garfunkel. When It Rains, It Pours will be All of Me by John Legend. The Seed of Greed will be Mind by Skrillex featuring Kai. Memories and an Angel will be Whiskey Lullaby by Brad Paisley and Alison Krauss. Thus Says the Lord, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly rap beat by Wonder Breed. Standing Peachtree, When I Get Where I'm Going by Brad Paisley and Dolly Parton. The Ballad of Cyclone Jones reprise, once again Jolene by Dolly Parton. So, that's the idea, and I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah, you kind of may have noticed I've been a little bit down on the books. A lot of people, literally no one has been interested in the books. I've asked a few people if they would be interested in the book, and it was kind of like, yeah, if you give me a book, I'll read it, But I think this is something that I can put on YouTube and people will enjoy it, regardless of whatever. And so also, I was going to tell you why I'm not streaming to Facebook, why I decided not to. One of the reasons is they have an automatic bot that kicks you off if you play anything that's copyrighted, while as Twitch only doesn't let the VODs go if it's copyright. YouTube, however, just lets anything and everything go because they monetize it for the artists that is being covered. So that's cool too. I'm going to keep doing, streaming regularly. Actually, hopefully on Monday, Casey's going to be joining me, and we're going to be doing a lot more social media interaction. While I'm working more so, she's going to be more interacting, but we're going to interact together. She's going to let me know when people talk in the chat, etc. It's going to be exciting. So that's why I'm not going to be on Facebook. I'm still going to link to Facebook and everything, but that's where I'm at right now. So I'm excited about this project. I'm just going to run through a couple of rewritten poems I did. A bunch of them are not rewritten. I'm just going to run through, I only want to run through one right now, because I've rewritten about 3 of them. You know what? I'm not going to run through these right now. I'm going to just jump into the next one that I'm going to be doing. So tonight we're going to be rewriting for the tune of All of Me by John Legend. When It Rains, It Pours. I'm going to pull up I already have the original pulled up here. Let's see. No, not this. That's too far. Here we go. Here's the original When It Rains, It Pours. And let me get All of Me by John Legend, the lyrics up. I always found it to sound a lot sadder than the lyrics are. The tune is very, very sad sounding. So I went ahead and did this here. I decided to put it to a very sad song. So we'll go ahead and put this in here. To catch people up, oops, let's do that without formatting. There we go. For those of you who don't know the story of Cyclone Jones, I'm just going to do a quick recap, kind of catch you up. A girl is born with the power to control the weather as far as her eyes can see, but only when God wants her to. It's a very interesting kind of power. The next thing that happens is she comes home from college. Her whole hometown is continually changing from the country landscape that it used to be to something much more city-ish. There's a man who's trying to get her family to sell their old farm, and they don't want to sell. Then one night after her fiance, best friend from growing up, proposes to her, she comes home and there is an object floating in their field nearby. They go to check it out, but the object attacks. It's some kind of flying metal disc, and it attacks and electrically shocks her fiance, and he passes away. This next poem that I'm working on for All of Me, to the tune of All of Me by John Legend, is the funeral situation. I'm going to just go ahead and read through that real quick, just to kind of get it in my head. When it rains, it pours like the salt on the sores of the plans you made. It stings like 1,000 bees, keeping pressure like a strong snake squeeze. Still the rain falls harder and it won't let up. Time to sink or swim in the water and mud. Cirrus, just look up. Cirrus, just look up. The funeral was hard, the eulogy brief. Cirrus fought back tears and heart-wrenching grief. She said she'd find the wretched machine and its creator, and none would be able to hide from the great vindicator. The prayers were said, amazing grace sung. The search went on, but by a thread it hung. A floating machine? Who could imagine such a thing? And as they left, the church bells did ring. Then it repeats this little chorus, and that's all that I've got. So we're going to take that, and we're going to start adapting it to John Legend. All of Me. All right, so let me get these broken up because it took out the... Let's see, because all of me loves all of you. There we go. That's the first verse there. Here's the chorus. Second verse. Actually, my head's underwater. That's really the chorus. It kind of has a pre-chorus. All right. Then there we go. Okay, yeah, it has a pre-chorus kind of situation. Okay, so first thing that I'm noticing is this song's way longer than When It Rains, It Pours, my version. I don't know that I need to say much more for the story, though, because a lot of it's said, in other things. So let me see here if the meter works at all with what I already have. We got, where is it? Here we go. I close the keep. What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me into you, kicking me out. That's the way it goes. When it rains. Nope, definitely doesn't fit at all. And that's more the chorus anyway. Ooh, that's close. The funeral was hard, the eulogy brief. Cirrus fought back tears and heart-wrenching grief. Its creator. It's a little off. Let me see what I can do here. It's close, though, so I don't need to make a lot of changes. I think the first two lines will be okay. Let me get that. No formatting. There we go. The funeral was hard, the eulogy brief. She fought back tears and heart-wrenching grief. I'm going to change it to she. Should she find... Find it, that disc, and she said she find it, that disc and make her going on in that beautiful mind? What's going on in that beautiful mind? From God. Set her eyes on the skies above. And prayers were said and amazing grace sung. Does that rhyme? No, it doesn't. Okay. Mouth out, mind ride. And then these don't rhyme. Okay, that's fine. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. Fine in mind. Okay, that's interesting. He kind of switches those. Okay. Let's see. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. Floating machine, who could think of such a thing? Flying disc, who could think of such a thing? As they left church, you're crazy and I'm out of my mind. It left and the church bells did ring. Flying disc, who could think of such a thing? They left and the church bells ring. Yeah, I think that fits as the pre-chorus. Okay. The funeral was hard, the eulogy brief. She fought back tears and heart-wrenching grief. She said she'd find it, that distant maker, and not be able to hide from God. She set her eyes on the skies above. The prayers were said and amazing grace sung. A flying disc, who could think of such a thing? They left and the church bells ring. I like that. Very nice, very nice. Been doing well tonight, Amanda? What you been up to? I know you have had a lot going on lately. Let's see. The church bells ring. Let's look at our chorus. When it rains, it pours like the salt on sores of the plans you made before. Stings like 1,000 bees or more. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's see that. Still the rain falls hard and it won't let up. Time to sink or swim serious. Serious, just look up. Serious, just look up. Oh. I think that'll work for the chorus. Let me try that. When it rains, it pours like the salt on sores of the plans you made before. Stings like 1,000 bees or more. Still the rain falls hard and it won't let up. Time to sink or swim serious, even if you can't believe it. Serious, just look up. Serious, just look up. Oh. Yeah, and I think I'm just going to repeat the chorus at the beginning. Or start the chorus at the beginning, verse. I'm going to do it the exact same way. And I think it gets across everything that the first one does. Yeah? People think she's crazy. I think that comes across. But also just that she's kind of keeping it quiet because she doesn't want people to think she's crazy. So there's that too. Yeah. Doing pretty good. Just trying to figure out which two characters I want drawn next. Yeah. I know how that goes. Anytime I do have artists draw my characters, it's like, it takes so long, but it's just so worth it. I totally know that feeling. It's one of the reasons I'm really happy with the silhouettes I'm doing. I'm still definitely going to be doing those. I might play with Adobe Creative Cloud at some point and see if I can animate them a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. All right. Number 7 is going to be, let's see, when it rains, it pours. The Seed of Grade. I already have that written. I should do it just to make sure I get the tune in there. The Seed of Greed. Mind by Skrillex featuring Kai. This should be interesting. Not sure if I'm going to have to adapt or if it'll just kind of fit with the beat. Alright. When it rains, it pours like the salt in the stores. Oh, wait. Okay, no. That's that. Too far. Alright, let's go take a listen to the actual track. I'm less familiar with this one, so I'm going to have to listen to it. I'm going to pull up both the singing version and the karaoke one. The other thing I think the karaoke is going to be able to do, this style of thing that I'm doing, is it's going to lower the bar for people to get in. It's like, here's a story, and I'm singing tunes that you know. So it's not going to be. It's going to be less. What do you call it? Lower bar for entry because people aren't going to be intimidated by epic poetry. That's my hope anyway. So let's see here. Hear the song. I've heard it before, I'm not as familiar with it.
You love how you push me to the point of crazy, and I love when you're on your knees and begging for me.
Really just want to hear up through the chorus, give me an idea. I may just rap over this. Let's see. Let's see if this chorus really hits. The seed of greed grows deeper, deeper. The seed of greed grows deeper, deeper. The seed of greed grows deeper, deeper. It will never stop. It will never stop. Yeah, it's gonna work. I'm gonna just do it as a rap beat. Because that's really what it is. There's very little harmony in this piece. It's mostly just a melody and a beat, so. See, green goes deep, deep. It will never stop. It will never stop. I'll just have to arrange it and figure out how. Yep. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that one as is. I like the way it goes. Next one. Ooh boy, Skrillex. So much fun. I am not a fan of Skrillex at all, but he just fits with my villain. It's so perfectly. Just the sound. Nothing else. They are not alike at all. Let's see here. Alright. Number 8. That's going to be Memories and an Angel. I'm definitely going to have to rewrite that one. See, Seed of Greed. By the way, Mama and Baby are out tonight. They should be back in a little bit, but they went to go visit a friend at a nearby deli. They hadn't seen each other in a little while. They used to work together. Good friends, and they're babies. So mamas and babies. Memories and an Angel, Whiskey Lullaby, Brad Paisley and Alison Krauss. Okay. Let's look at the original. Yeah, it's gonna have to be heavily rewritten. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. Okay. Another reason I was going to tell you that I went ahead and decided not to do Facebook is it just wasn't working out well. And I wasn't getting a whole lot of extra viewers. And so I had to actually pay a tiny bit of money every month for the ability to stream to Facebook specifically, because it needs a custom RTMP. It's all kinds of technical jargon. Basically, it just wasn't worth my money. And so I downgraded my account back to free, and now I can stream to Twitch and YouTube free without any issues. So, all right, let's look up Whiskey Lullaby. I am familiar with this song. I think it's a ridiculously over-the-top sad song that just, no, never. I have a hard time listening to it. I like sad songs, but this one's just kind of over the top. But I think it is a beautiful song melodically. If you've never heard it, it is absolutely about a dude going home and committing suicide because his wife or lover or somebody put him out. So, and then she's guilty about him doing that, so she commits suicide. It's like, honestly, it becomes almost like a parody. I laugh just because of how uncomfortable it is. It really, truly almost becomes a parody of sad country music. It's pretty intense. Let's see. There's only one song that I think is whinier in any kind of way. I'll be honest with you. I mean, there's a lot of whiny songs, but there's one in particular that springs to mind, and that is Untitled by Simple Plan. The chorus starts, "How could this happen to me?" And it's just the whiniest song ever. I love it. It actually became somewhat of a family meme that when someone was sad about something, but they were trying to play it off as funny, they'd draw a tear with their finger and sing, "How could this happen to me?" So, yeah. And the other part of the meme was to try and sing the whole thing before people started yelling at you to stop singing. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sirius went out into the field where it began hurting. Needs a little bit of work. All right, let me hear the original just to get it in my brain. I know the melody pretty well. It's one of those that it sticks in your head really easily, but I try not to listen to it because it's so somber. There's only one song that I think is more of a parody of country music, and it's partially because it is a parody of country music, and that is "You Never Even Called Me By My Name" by David Allan Coe. Have you ever heard that one, Amanda? Ooh, that one's good. Like, it sounds like a normal whatever country song. You should really look it up. It sounds like a normal country kind of song. And then at the end, he goes into this little, like, talking part where he talks about how he wrote that song and thought it, and told his friend that it was a perfect country and western song, and his friend said it wasn't because it didn't say anything about tractors or trucks or mama or getting drunk or not, or trucks or trains or a bunch of, country stuff. And so he said, I sat down and wrote another verse to that song. And he sang, "Well, I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison, and I went to pick her up in the rain. And before I could get to the station in my pickup truck, she got run over by a danged old train." It's the dumbest thing ever. I love it. But yeah, I am gonna direct my Facebook crowd to YouTube. I'm gonna either make that automatic with if this then that, which is a tool if you haven't heard of it, ifttt.com. If this then that, it allows me to whenever I go live somewhere, post to Facebook and Twitter and the like, and so it just does it automatically for you. But I think I'm going to try and get Casey to do those sorts of things while we're streaming together. And yes, we are both going to be on camera. We're going to have two different cameras set up. And she's going to have her side of the desk, and I'm going to have mine, and we're going to just work together. So that's the idea anyway. Alrighty then. Let's see. Where am I at? Lost my place. Oh, yes, I'm listening to the beginning of the song. That is a good one. Rascal Flatts and all that.
Like the burning end of a
Midnight cigarette. She broke his heart. He spent his whole life trying to forget. That's the part I gotta get.
We watched him drink his pain away, a little at a time. But he never could get drunk enough to get her off his mind until
Okay, that's the first verse. And Mama's talking to me. Let me go to Facebook real quick and talk to her. I'm going to go directly to her thing so y'all can see me talk to her. I'll tell her she's on the stream. Once it loads, it's kind of slow. Let's try that. I think that did it. Another good one that's country parody is Weird Al's truck driving song. Have you ever heard that one? I'm driving a truck, driving a big old truck. That's a good one. Has a nice little surprise in it too. Good. You're on the show right now. LOL. In text form. Okay. Okay, alright. You put him out like the burning end of a midnight cigarette. Alright. Serious went out. I think that works. Into the field, she had lost her man. So it's cigarette and forget. So it'll be man and whatever else over down one line. Heart and out do not rhyme. Okay, alright. Cirrus went out into the field where she had lost her man. Let's see. Before her eyes, yes, I can do baby mode and come carry the baby daughter in. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go to baby mode, so to speak, which will be just I'm coming right back. There we go. All right, mute. All right, I am back. How's it going, y'all? Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Yes.
There was another
You can talk to me.
there was another one of their friends there
Mm-hmm.
that had an 8-month-old son,
Right.
and so like everybody was impressed how Hazel was interacting just as well as the boys, and she's 5 months younger.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's good.
The other mom was especially impressed. She's like, dude, when this little dude was 3 months old, he was like a nasty little larva that didn't do anything.
Yeah. Flash. Yeah, that works. Sirius went out into the field where she had lost her man. Before her eyes flashed the stories of her long lost love and plans. Let's see. She's very confused right now, isn't she? My daughter. She's confused and thinks it's daytime. Not because of my singing. She was awake when she got back. She's socialized, apparently, when she's supposed to be sleeping. No, I'm just playing. It's okay.
No, but she was awake when we got there and didn't want to sit in the seat.
Yeah. Let's see. Remember the day he took her fishing? She finally did share. She finally did share. Of the power God had given her.
I know you love my music. You love my music, dude. That's my name.
I don't think that works. She remembered the day he took her fishing. She finally did share of the power God had given her. Through Ezekiel the angels declare. But then her mind snapped back to the moment that she lost him. This is where I'm deviating a little bit. Both tortured her and calmed at the same time.
Why Xbox is so slow?
Because I'm streaming.
I always watch Judge Judy when you're streaming. It never makes a difference.
Maybe a lot of people are online tonight. Snap back to the moment that she lost. That should be when she lost him, I think. When she lost him.
It both tortured her and calmed at the same time.
Okay, well that episode started. I don't want to watch that episode. Stupid.
Snap back to the moment when she had lost him. Both tortured her and calmed at the same time. Let's see. To lose someone can make you lose your mind. What's the opposite of dim? Like dimming. Like dimming a light. Hmm.
Did you
Hmm?
did you tell the audience that our little girl is 16 pounds?
Oh yeah, audience. My daughter is 16 pounds. That's cool. She's a big girl. Telling you what, she's pretty big. Let's see. Snap back to then her mind would snap back to the moment when she lost him. Both torture her and calmed at the same time. The light grew lighter, dark began to dim. I like that. Would snap back to the moment when she lost him. It both tortured her and calmed at the same time. The light grew lighter and dark began to dim. To lose someone can make you lose your mind. The dark began to dim. So then it kind of just repeats. Pain never really goes away. Anywhere. Let's see. Anywhere something better comes to take its place. And even though it feels. Nah,
Stare, fair, lair, glare, prayer, prayer. That's the word I want. If you're fervent. I think that works. Snap back to the moment when she lost him. It both tortured her and calmed at the same time. The light grew lighter and the dark. Light grew lighter and the dark began to dim. To lose someone could make you lose your mind. The pain never really goes anywhere. But something better comes to take its place. It's your fervent, if you're fervent in your daily prayer. You're fervent in your morning weeping prayers. It's the solemn joy of knowing God's good grace. Now I can do the la-las. Who's singing that dang song? I like that song. It's okay. What's the name of that one again? A Thousand Years, that's right. It's that Twilight song, but it's actually really nice. What's wrong?
So cute.
What's so cute? Something's cute with Thousand Years.
It's a wedding.
Mm-hmm. Every day waiting for you.
Sign language because he's deaf.
Oh, that's cute. The bride singing it to him. Bride singing the song to her husband who's deaf in sign language, and my wife is like weeping. That is cute though. Okay, let's see. Alright, well, it's almost 10 o'clock, and I'm sensing my wife and daughter probably need me. We've made some serious and cool progress, and I'm back, baby. I am back! I'm excited once again to be doing the streams. And I really appreciate you being here, Amanda. We've had some cool chats and stuff. Keep sharing like just random stuff in the chat, you know. Anytime you want to talk or share anything of your stuff, go right ahead. I'm interested in seeing what you're working on too. Are you streaming tomorrow night? I'll wait and you can let me know. Waiting for you, darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000. Well, I'm just gonna leave you a Discord message, Amanda. Anytime you'd let me do at. To share your work in the chat on Twitch, go right ahead. Are you streaming tomorrow night? Okay, you just said I think so. Well, I put it in Discord anyway. So if you are streaming, make sure to bring it up in the Discord and or just, make sure you mention me because I'd really love to see some of it this time finally. Just let me know and I'll talk to you then. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching who did jump in and out. I appreciate it. And we're going to have a lot more of this fun stuff coming up. This Storyoki, which I don't, once again, have any kind of copyright to, and a bunch of other people have come up with, but that's basically what it is. So, we'll see you on Monday, hopefully with Casey. Bye!